Welcome back to Scotomaville. I'm Daniel Comp, and this is Initium Commentarius. That is part 4 of 7 on what is Initium, with a live example. What is Initium? Well, remember I said I'd give you different points of view, a look at different facets. To some, the AI Self-Mastery Ascent Framework is like a tent structure, a way of sheltering in a crazy, noisy, weather intense environment. What? Okay, let's try from a different one. Bloom's. You start out at Bloom's taxonomy at the very bottom. You start with recall, and then you go up through several layers of the framework, and ultimately you end up doing this. Creativity. That's the top of Bloom's. What? Simpler, Daniel. Okay, Maslow. Maslow's hierarchy, you start out at food, shelter, clothing. You go up through a little bit of meaning and purpose. You ultimately end up chasing your self-transcendence right at the top, at the summit. What? Simpler? Oh. It's a bunch of different pieces that help you leave your fiat in the parking lot. You get away from your bad habits. You walk away from that weak, insufficient belief system that you dreamt of when you were young and naive, but when faced with the real world of challenges and snowstorms, that little piece of transportation isn't going to get you anywhere that you want to go. What? Not simple enough? It's a book, a game, an AI Sherpa. It's a very simple way to tell yourself what you think you believe and then test yourself by self-gaming. You know, get out the controller on your own noggin, Robin Williams might say. Okay. Yeah, but come on, Daniel. What is it? So this is the Salt Cave studio, right? We have all the lighting set up. We have a projector screen. We can view our own work. We have the projector up in the ceiling, and you can cut all the lights down and enjoy the ambiance and breathe in the salt therapy. But it's also a really cool little place to sit. I told you I was going to show you several facets, but I wanted you to see almost in real time the dance with the invisible world. I'm actually editing the video coming up to the scene of but what is seen with new eyes. And into the cave comes a family. Andy, his children, his parents have just come to town from Idaho. He's a veteran. He's having salt therapy with an eye injury. I show him the scotoma. He rolls 1, 2, 5 with dice. It squalls and triggers. There's a lot to unpack in that, let me tell you. There's a lot to unpack. I've emailed. This is the dance with the invisible world. any roll of the dice will only pick one card. See, there's a combination of those dice that only is one of the 100. And so each roll, you pick one specific card. And it'll be a principle, a strategy, a tool, or a wild card. And on that, in the book and on the card, is a set of questions. They're wisdom-oriented, the kind of things that you'd want to master over time. And so you personalize the question, you scan the QR code, and have a conversation with Sherpa. Now, you can use the Sherpa that I have set up as an expedition service, which is Grok, Maximal Truthfulness, or your own. You can upload all the files and have it play the game with you. But the point being that Sherpa knows the rules of the strategies, the principles, the tools, and the wild cards, and will use those to process the information that you do. The tone, the sentiment, the situation, the background, the whole of the story, the conundrum that you've got yourself in. Or the possibilities that you have for some future outcome or a creative thing. It's up to you however you want to phrase it. So you start out in base camp with simpler things and summit your way up until you get the really difficult questions about why you do what you do. And your interaction is then scored. Sentiment, tone, intent, all different ways of measuring your ascent in that conversation. And over time, through a series of rotations, you acclimate and move up and through the entire expedition. Those are scored and logged by your Sherpa or privately, locally, or done literally on a voice recorder of your own, where only you have it on a SIM card. Thanks for watching this part of Initium Commentarius, and there should be a link to the next part right there somewhere.